good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Flux Motorsport TV, and you're joining us for round 7 of the GT3 Championship. Things are really starting to hot up in this championship as it draws to a close in 2020. It will be the final season of 2020, and we're here at Road America to witness what is going to be a fantastic race. My name's Murphy. I'm also joined in the box with the console this evening, as we have been all through the season. Good evening, the console. How are you?
Evening, Murph. How are we? Ready for another evening of it?
Indeed, yeah. Certainly ready for this one around Road America. It's been a bit of a mixture of circuits as we've gone around this American tour. I think this one's going to play into the hands of most drivers actually out there. Very tricky circuit to get right. Probably, arguably the most challenging circuit in North America, for me anyway. And it's going to be a real test for all of the drivers out there, even the ones that are at the top of the game. So let's have a look at what will be the starting grid for round 7 here at Road America in the GT3 Championship. Fast AF Gamer gets that pole position. That is going to be a bonus point to the championship standings. However, I don't think it's going to be much of a consolation unless that can materialise into a good finish in tonight's race. Bruce Law ends up alongside Fast AF on that first row, with Blank File falling into 3rd place and Linga Bazinga in 4th. Snarling Bongo in 5th, with a Cat Guy making his first featured appearance on the 3rd row, so a good qualification from the American there. Dr. Potford in 7th, with Immortalis falling alongside in 8th. Luke Snipes ends up dropping all the way down, unfortunately, into 9th position alongside McToasty. And then TGS Unbound in 11th, with Giacomo in 12th. An unfortunate qualification session, I think, there from Giacomo. We'll see if his race can pick up, but maybe missing out on his beloved fans. Old Smokey now in 13th, with Green Gaming in 14th, Survivor in 15th, and Ice Dexo finishing up at the back of the grid in that Porsche 911.
And I do actually fancy Bruce into turn 1 on all this. Second place would give him the inside run on both turn 1 and turn 2, so Fast AF is going to have to get a great run to hang on to it.
Let's have a look how it comes, because here come the lights. And away at Road America, pretty good start from both guys at the front, but the M6 looks as though he's got the drag there on that SLS. SLS making it back up. A great camera angle here as they come flying through. All drivers away pretty safely. We can just see a little bit of movement there, and Bruce Law has taken that first position away from Fast AF Gamer into turn 1. Rest of the drivers looking to formulate themselves up around into the back. Looks as though all cars are through pretty cleanly though. So it's Bruce Law leading to Fast AF Gamer, Blank File in 3rd place, Linga Bazinga in 4th, and Snarling Bongo in 5th. Immortalis chasing him down in that Ferrari. See there, little bits of train going on, and a little bit of a movement there from Linga Bazinga, moving up the inside, I believe, of Blank File. Looks as though it's cost him though, as that's allowed Snarling Bongo to come and take 4th place. They're going to have to drag it up into turn 5 and through, and it looks as though Linga's taken that position back, but Blank File has since moved up into 2nd place ahead of Fast AF. So Fast AF, as we see, Linga Bazinga getting very, very wide indeed, losing the rear end, colliding with that ball, and that's going to be the first pit stop of the day, I believe, when we come across the start-finish line. Looks as though he's gotten back out. In fact, no, definitely not. He falls down into 12th, 13th. I think that's going to be 15th position, and limping that car back to the pits.
I did see in the background, kind of at the tabletop, it looked like TTV and McToasty had a little spin together, whether it was a little bit of contact or both just losing it together, having a bit of a sympathy spin, but they've gone around as well, so hopefully not too much damage there. They can still recover that deficit if they keep it clean for the rest of the race.
Immortalis has moved up into 4th position as well. He's being chased by Snarling Bongo at the moment, which is the AMG that you can see just in the rear. Fast AF Gamer just ahead as Linga Bazinga now goes into the pits as we expected. So that bumps TTV Giacomo up into 13th, and it's soon to put Ice Dexo up as well. But Ice Dexo also goes into the pits. So potentially getting a little bit wrapped up in a battle of his own.
He's got looking for his Aston.
Yeah.
Changed his mind.
Maybe the Porsche wasn't the best of choices and he's returned back to the Aston, but great move there from Snarlin. Textbook really up the inside. Is he going to be able to make it stick though? I think he is. Just right up the inside of Immortalis and picked his pocket really, going into turn 6. Just under the braking of turn 6, but Immortalis is fighting back hard now.
And that Mercedes from Cat Guy looks just so much more calm and relaxed going through the corners. I wonder whether he's just sort of sitting tight, playing it cool for the minute.
Again, we're what now? A sort of almost a third through this race. I think he probably knows that a podium is looking out of reach just based upon the lap times that they're able to get currently. The top 3 drivers lapping over a second or almost a second quicker than a Cat Guy. But I think maybe just trying to make sure that he keeps himself settled for this 4th position. Maybe he's watched some of the races and he knows that Immortalis is prone to make that odd slip up, and looks as though it's been a slowdown penalty for Immortalis, and that allows Cat Guy through with ease. Whether or not he's going to hold it through this turn 6. Up over the tabletop, hard into the brakes, chucking it in left on a blind apex, and it looks as though that Mercedes is now just able to pull away quite calmly into the carousel section. Looks as though we've lost a number of drivers over the last couple of laps. Looks as though
so it's like Going Gaming, Ice Dude, TTV, and one other I can't see, and
Survivor. And looks the blank file there takes a spin. That's going to allow Fast AF up on through as he waits for a suitable time, and it's going to be work to pull back now for blank file. Don't think it was caused by anything other than maybe Bruce Law just scrubbing off a little bit of speed, and looked to be a pure racing incident, but we will be potentially reviewing that one in the stewards room. We'll have to wait and see. I think we're on naturally aspirated versus twin turbo in the M6 here. Double brakes there. I wouldn't expect that. Maybe, as I've mentioned a few times throughout this series, I'm not too au fait with the GT3s, but wouldn't expect the double brakes to be required.
I think that's a flash of the lights.
Yeah, it looks as though it is. Thought it was a little bit uncommon. Maybe just suggesting there that there's a potential slowdown, or maybe just inviting it through. But it looks as though Blackfire is going to have a look up the inside through this one. It's going to be a bit brave into the brakes. And it looked as though Fast AF Gamer caught a bit of grass, got a little bit squirrely. Yeah, and you can see Immortalis there in the background, not too out of reach as these two get their attack on. Bit of cat and mouse going on, that's going to play right into Immortalis' game. And you can see there, Snarling Bongo starting to maybe make his presence known a little bit too impatiently over the back of Cat Guy. He's really pushing pretty hard. Whether or not he's trying to unnerve him, or whether or not he's going to lose his patience, and you might see a bit of a lunge going on here as we see Old Smokey entering the pits, I think for the 2nd time here, unable to get a good grasp of this Road America circuit in that Porsche 911, it seems.
And Cat Guy's doing the right thing here, just keeping nice and calm, trying not to make any mistakes and making Snarling work for it, which is the only way to deal with it, really.
So it's going to go down into the braking of turn 1. Snarling Bongo up the inside in the grey car. Cat Guy in the green livery, and it looks as though Snarling Bongo is going to get this one done, provided he can stop in time. They go too wide, and really brave driving from both drivers there, putting a lot of trust in one another. Snarling Bongo gets the move done though. I don't think I've seen any mistake other than maybe just getting a rear rear tyre onto the dirt a little bit as well. It's been really consistent, and I think just playing into the strengths of Bruce Law, really, this sort of track. I know he's sort of in slightly maybe better suited car. I don't know.
I think it's the other way.
Do you think the Z4 is maybe the better option through this?
He was saying that the AMG. He was saying that the SLS hasn't been giving him the power that he thought he was going to receive, and that it was feeling sort of a little bit sluggish during his practice laps. But obviously, sluggish to Bruce is actually quite quick. It turns out.
I'd be very happy with some of these. Oh, and a mistake there, just into turn 6. Oh, and that's going to really put on the pressure. Remember, he's got 2 seconds of advantage. It's now been reduced to about 0.8 of a second. But now, as we see, a big mistake there from Fast AF Gamer. Absolutely boots Bruce Law out of it. Don't know what's going on, because it seems as though Fast AF Gamer isn't slowing down. She's just kept on driving, which seems really uncharacteristic. And Bruce Law now, he's going to be fuming over that. I know I feel almost, I feel angry myself, Alex. I'm not going to lie. Such late into the race as well, and it's been such a clean one. So that concludes round 7 here at Road America. Blankfile securing that victory after a really controversial bit of action between Fast AF Gamer and Bruce Law in the final couple of laps. Bruce Law, though, does cross the line in 3rd place, with Snarlingbongo in 4th and Cat Guy in 5th. Dr. Potford does enough for 6th place ahead of McToasty, and Immortalis hit with a false start penalty. That puts him down to 8th position. Luke Snipes finishes ahead of Old Smoky, who were our final 2 drivers to cross the line. The rest of the field actually retired on that one.